Hello everyone, right? So this video I am recording to let you know about or give you a briefing about the CA final audit first edition for the new syllabus applicable for May 24 exam onwards, right? So all the anticipation, like which when will the new syllabus come and what about me, what exams and what pair subjects I'll have to write, right? All that anticipation is now cleared and you know that what is it that you need to study. I hope that you are having a wonderful experience during your articleship also and also started preparing yourself for the CA final, right? So CA final audit, right? So you can go for a self-study, even you could be studying from the study material or so, or even you could be doing a regular class or a fast track or a marathon, right? The mode could be decided, selected by you, but important is that you study the subject, okay? Right. So as per the new material, like I've already uploaded a video regarding what is the change in the syllabus, in the new syllabus as compared to the old one, right? So one noticeable change over there is that, for the old syllabus, there were 36 standards which were applicable. And for the new syllabus, now there are 46 standards applicable, right? The auditing standards, which are actually the engagement and quality control standards, 46. These 46, like the 10 additional ones, are not actually new. They are actually reintroduced into the syllabus. Right, so up to May 19, they were already there. So up to May 19, it was CA final audit had 46 standards. Then November 19 onwards, they deleted them and now they've reintroduced. So I'm very happy, because I had already taught them so many times and it was so good for me to teach those standards and then they went away. But now when I see those standards, when I started reading those again, all the memories came back over there. Right. So as this time I have kept the book entirely in line with the study material of the ICAI. Like earlier, I used to keep the same contents like in the earlier editions of the book, but maybe, swap the contents of the chapters or the number of chapters here and there. But this time, like there are the 19 chapters in the study material of ICAI. So even in the audit book, right? So I'm very keen to show you the book, right? The audit book. This is the module 1 and this is the module 2. Okay, right? So in the module 1, which is 455 pages, there are the chapter number 1 to 11, in which we have the standards. Right, so the entire discussion on these standards, along with the mixture of the theory, like the the risk assessment and internal control and audit strategy, audit plan. So how in line with the study material of the ICAI it has been included, right? So module 1 has chapter number 1 to 11, and 1 to 11 is regarding the standards. Okay, before the 1, I have added something called as a chapter 0, right? So chapter 0 is like giving you a list of the 46 standards applicable for you, and then in addition to that, some revision of terms, because maybe inter audit done long time back, so you want to revisit the terms, like a term like material misstatement or reasonable assurance or AFRF, right? So I've given a list of important terms over there. Right, then after chapter 1, there is a 1A added over there, because there are some miscellaneous standards which specifically were not there in the study material of ICAI, but you never know, they could be asking a question. So I thought, why keep it not there, right? So that also I have added it over there. Right. Then after that, in chapter number 7, right? So module 1 has the chapter number 1 to 11. In that, there is a chapter number 7, which I have divided under 2 parts. That is the 7A and the 7B. Right? 7A is the duty, the 700 series, right? Our audit reporting series, 700, 701, 705, 706, and the 2 information, the 710, 720, that is comparative information and the other information. Okay, right? And then in 7B, you have section 143. Because as such, entire company audit chapter is removed, but you have the duties of the company auditor, only one section, that is section 143, and the CARO 2020. Right, so chapter 7 divided under 2 parts, 7A, 7B. 7A is the auditing standards of the 700 series and 7B is regarding the CARO and section 143. Right. If you look at the study material of ICAI also, each chapter they have put test your understanding, which is practical question. Then they've kept an integrated case scenario and then test your knowledge. Right. So all of these have been incorporated in this book. But in addition to the theoretical questions which are there by ICAI, whatever questions were there regarding the standards so far, right, regarding any of the chapters so far, like even 800, that new 10 standards additional, up to May 19, whatever questions they have asked, all of them have also been incorporated in this book. Okay, right. So that's about the module 1. Then you have the module 2, which is having your chapter number 12 to 19. Right. So 12 is digital auditing and assurance, which is absolutely a new chapter. Machine learning, we'll have to learn about the machines over there. Then you have the blockchain and robotic process automation and cyber risks and cyber attacks and all of that. Right. So digital auditing assurance, then there is a chapter called as the group audit, which is nothing but your audit of consolidated financial statements, then audit of banks and the audit of NBFCs, that is the non-banking financial company, audit of public sector undertakings, then internal audit, then audit over, then due diligence, investigations and the forensic accounting. Then something new again, that is ESG and SDG assurance. So that is the environment, social governance and the sustainable development goals assurance. And then last chapter is the professional ethics and the liabilities of the auditor. Right? The professional ethics and the liabilities of the auditor. You look at the name of the subject also, it's become advanced auditing assurance and professional ethics. Like an old syllabus that only used to be advanced auditing and professional ethics, but now it's changed to like advanced auditing assurance and the professional ethics. Okay, right. So this module is of 385 pages, right? So it is 455 plus the 385 pages. What I could tell you is that these two modules put together, right, can function in 4 particular ways for you. Like one, they are in line with the study material of ICAI. Second, if you don't look at the test your knowledge, the integrated test case scenario and the test your understanding part, only if you read the theory part, then it works as a compiler for you, right? Then it works as a compact or, a comprehensive or only the theory part over there, right? And then the third one is, if you only happen to look at the question banks over there, like the huge big question banks which are included after every chapter, it looks like a scanner, right? So one, it works like a comprehensive content of the study material. Second, it serves the purpose of a compiler if you only read the theory part. Third, if you only read the question bank part, it serves the purpose of the scanner, that if this is the topic, what question for this has come in the exam is given over there. And then fourth, like if I don't have the time, okay, one day before the exam I want to go through the entire syllabus, all the chapters all together, so the important words in each paragraph, each sentence have been highlighted in the red color over there, right? They have been highlighted in the red color, right? So one, if you read those keywords over there, you will be, so obviously when you do your detailed study, you read the entire sentence, but when you have to revise, you only read the compact words over there. So it also works as your revision notes. Right, so rather than having a separate, generally when students have to purchase a book, they will be like, oh, which is the book which is most thin, and a slim book, like they want a laptop to be slim, they want even the book to be slim over there. So they say, oh, which is the book which has least number of pages, 300 pages, okay, I buy this book. No. Right, so this book, if it has 800 plus pages, 400 pages is like theory, 400 pages is like the question bank, right? And that put together, and all I put together, it's all, everything included in one package over there, right? That's my interpretation and understanding of what message I wanted to convey to you about the book. Okay, so that is one thing which I would like to mention. Yeah, then because of the red color markings of the important words, I have this time decided that not to come up with a black and white print of the book, right? So it's only like, it's not only that only the cover page is colorful, it's the entire book which is colorful, right? So it's entirely colorful, and then lot of infographics and yes, other images have been used in the book to make the book more appealing, right? So if you see the book entirely, oh my my God, do you see a lot of colors, and question bank is like yellow color, then there is some place given to you for the notes and so. Right, so I'll show it to you in the PDF form also, don't worry. Right, so this is the last page. It also gives the details regarding magnetca.com, where all faculties, the videos and books are available, so you can check in over there. And artilahoti.com, I think if you're seeing this video, you probably would be knowing her. Okay, right, and this is our book regarding the standards, right? So it has the entire discussion over there, right? So behind me also books, in with me also book, in my iPad also books, right? So totally surrounded by the books. Okay, right. So what is the price of the book? MRP is 1495. Took me some amount of time to prepare the book, you know, like a syllabus came and then students were like, ma'am, when is the book coming and all. So it required a lot of hours of, put effort into the making of the book, and then also a lot of relearning and the preparing for the new chapters over there. But yes, finally I am all set to, rather I've also just started a class for the CA final audit regular as per the new syllabus, right? So the PDGD is also now available for the same, okay? And the books are also available. So Big Four articles, generally, like you might just require a marathon batch, which I will upload, which I will record in the coming times. So some of you do self-study. So this, like, many students so far also have, under the old syllabus for more than 15 years used this book for their success in the audit paper, right? So you can make a conscious decision regarding the book which you need to purchase. Okay, right? So let me just quickly get you to the book. So this is the module 1, as I mentioned to all of you, right? So I told you chapter number 1 to 11 has the 46 standards, and chapter number 12 to 19 has the other chapters, right? I've given you some tips regarding your studies, and then this is the index, right? In chapter 0, introduction, quick recap. Then chapter number 1, 1A is an addition from my side, right? Then if you check these with the study material of ICAI, exactly the same chapter names you see over there, and which chapter covers which standards, I've made a note of that over there, right? So that has been mentioned over there. Like I told you, 7 has the 700, yes, 7A and the 7B, right? So you have the 700 series, and then you have the 7B, which is duties of company auditor, and the CARO 2020. Right, 8 is the 800 series, 800, 805, 810. Ninth one is the standards on related services, 10th one SRE, standards on review engagement, and then 11th one is SAE, that is the standards on assurance engagement. Right, then your module 2 has chapter number 12 to 19, right? Digital auditing and assurance, then group audits, yes, audit of banks and NBFC. So that's again cut into 14A, 14B, public sector undertakings, internal audit, due diligence investigations, and the forensic accounting. So in internal audit, they've made a reference to, standards on internal audit. In forensic accounting, they have made a reference to the forensic accounting and investigation standards. In ESG, SDG, they've made a reference to SAS. That's the social audit standards, right? And then you have your chapter on ethics and the liabilities of the auditor, right? So this is your chapter 0, wherein you have the list of all these standards, and as I said, all the important terms for your quick revision over there, right? Then after that, there is the chapter number 1, which is quality control, right? So audit quality, then SQC1, right? This is also, ICAI has issued an exposure draft of SQM, standard on quality management, but so far it is not yet notified. So as of now, what is applicable for your exams is SQC1, but sooner or later it will become the SQM, and they've issued SQM1 and SQM2, but right now it's only under the exposure draft. Okay, right? So that is the right points for the SQC over there. Then after the discussion of the SQC, so you see the important words, they've been marked in the red color over there. Right? So I told you, you read the headings and only the red, it works as revision for you. So no need for you also to use your highlighter. I've already colored it for you. Kind of pampering you like. Okay. Right. So difficult contentious matters, EQCR, right? Differences of opinion, monitoring. Then that completes SQC1. Then we have SA 220, quality control for an audit of financial statements, right? And then again the flow of that particular standard, right? Then after this chapter is, then they've mentioned about the peer review board, quality review board. Then you have these three things, like one is test your understanding, right? So the question and answers for the test your understanding. After the test your understanding, you have the integrated case scenario. So there is a case scenario given and some MCQ questions asked on that basis. This is all as per the new study material. So that has been put over there. And then after that, you have your test your knowledge. If you look at ICI study material chapter number 1, in the test your knowledge, they have just 5 questions over there, right? But if you see this book over there, oh my God, right? You know, there are like these 14 or 15 questions, right? 16 questions over there, right? Giving the reference of which exam or RTP or when have they been asked over there, right? So in case if the answer is to be written over here, the content of the answer is given, and if I could make a reference to the content of the standard, right? So to avoid the volume over there, right? To put the content of the, reduce the content, I've just given the reference over there in that case. Right? So that is how it is, right? So generally students say that Aarti ma'am doesn't put a video. Okay, what is the book? We want to see few pages of the book before we purchase the book. So, jo hukum aaka. So like as the students like, but yes, would like to see, have a look. Right? This is the miscellaneous one. I told you the other standards, like 6 standards in 1A. And then after 1A, we have the chapter number 2. Right, so that's the general auditing principles, the auditor's responsibility, then SA 240, right, the auditor's responsibilities relating to fraud, right. So then the chapter standards, then after that we test your understanding, the integrated case scenario, and test your knowledge. I hope I have, then probably let me also give you a look at the module 2, right. So module 2 is having the, right, chapter number 12 onwards, right. So digital auditing and assurance, right. So what is the digital audit? What are the key features? What are the advantages, right? So you see, we've tried to make it like quite appealing and, you know, put more colors and charts and graphics over there, right? So I want feedback from all of you. Okay, how do you find the book, and then how is it helping you in your preparations, and how it could have been better? So do let me know. I am waiting to hear from all of you. Right? So what is the concept of auditing digitally, right? And then some other questions over there. Right? So all good. Right? I hope you've got an idea regarding the contents of the book. Right? So you can accordingly decide to purchase it either from the Aarti Lahoti website or the Magnet CA website. Okay. Thank you so much and keep studying. Right? Wishing you all the very best for your exams and before exams for your exam preparations. Right? It's time to take the stride. Right? It's time to start working towards your preparation for the exams. Right? Wishing you all the very best and thank you for listening the video right up to the end. Bye-bye.